You should turn loneliness into success. This is how I turn loneliness into success. Here we go. I was in college. I went broke and made some mistakes. Okay. I did a lot of work to get out of the situation, and now here we go. Today, I'm not here to shame anyone. I'm not here to tell you do this, do that, do that. I'm trying to tell you I understand. I understand if you're going through hard times. I understand if you're whatever you're going through. One of the most common traits of hard times is loneliness. Because you feel like no one can relate to you. But if no one's going to relate to you, you have to understand how to relate to yourself. How can you relate to yourself and how to relate to that feeling of needing to and believing in yourself. You need to ultimately, at the end, you have to believe in yourself. There is no other way to get through hard times. Because a lot of times there's going to be people that drop out of your life who won't be there for you, won't know how to help, whatever the situation is. I mean, look at my situation. I'm about to explain to you. I had a lot of coworkers. I slowly started to drift from them. I recently had let them go, and honestly, it was one of those moments when I began to realize that, yeah, I knew I had to save myself. I knew that for a while. I knew that even before I started watching entrepreneur stuff. But the main thing that I'm trying to express to these people, the main thing that I'm trying to say to you is it's time to turn loneliness into strength. It's time to turn loneliness into success. It's time to turn yourself into what your dreams and aspirations are. Okay? But you might be asking, how? How do you get loneliness and turn it into something positive? You do that by focusing on yourself. Okay? When you focus on yourself and you channel out distractions, you don't think about other people, and you think about yourself. What do I need? What do I want? What do I need to do to achieve this goal? What do I want out of once I achieve this goal? How should I do this? What should I do there? Okay? What that does is destroys the outside. So pretend like this is one of your outside influences. Okay? It destroys the outside. It get rid of that and brings in this is you, and brings in what you want. To light the flame, the fire. And not just what you want. It also brings what you need. Now, people might need different things in their situations. Might need more self-confidence. Might need more self-reliance. You might need, everyone's situation is different. What I'm trying to express here is get rid of the outside influences that are slowly having a negative influence on your life and turn that, once you turn that erasing of that negative influence into something positive, start focusing what you need to do. It's not too late for you. Whoever's watching this, please, if you take away one thing from this video, even I don't care what it is, but take away this. Loneliness is not permanent. When you are in the lonely chapter in life, when you are there feeling like no one gets you, yes, it sucks, but it's not permanent. The lonely chapter is there to get you ready for the next brand new chapter in your life. And that new chapter, whatever it may be, once you're there, you'll understand, okay, I went through this because God, or whatever you believe in, put me through these challenges to prepare me to handle these new responsibilities. And these responsibilities can be anything. It could be family. It could be, I mean, a business. It can be maybe an empire or something. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, challenges transform you into the person that you need to become to handle your new life. Now, why am I making this video? I mean, I'm literally on a treadmill, walking, whatever, doing what I need to do. Why do this? Why? Because I care. I know there's people like me out there who was like me, and now they're lost, they're struggling, they're this or that. But I mean, look, I understand you gotta save yourself. But when you're lonely and stuff, you're like, well, yeah, that's one thing. But after you save yourself, what comes after is also just as important. Okay? What you transform that lonely chapter into is what will make it worth it in the long run. What I mean by that is, after you get a lonely chapter, don't hold resentment for those who wronged you in the lonely chapter. Let it go. Because that's just part of the challenge. I don't care, let it go. Let it go. I recently had to do that with my coworkers, everyone else who's potentially wronged me, whatever. Let it go. They had their own problems, let them be. Whatever happens to them, God will sort it out. But the main thing that we're all, and I say we because we're a community, let's face it. I mean, if you're watching, you're basically part of the community. Because I understand what you're going through with loneliness. I understand. Okay? But resentment is also not the answer. Because I can feel it. I'm literally on the edge of the lonely chapter ending. I just feel it. But I'm not holding resentment. I'm not going out there and saying, hey, you wronged me. I'm not saying you wronged me. Get out of my I'm saying get out of my life and saying I need to get back. No, I'm saying get out of my life. I don't want to deal with you anymore. But I'm not going to hold a grudge against you. Understand? Because once you have a grudge against someone and you hold on to this anger, this pain, this fear, whatever it may be, all it does is slowly destroys you on the inside. Until you get rid of the grudge. Some people never get rid of grudges. Some people go for a whole life, their whole life, feeling that person wronged them and they need to get back to them. Some people, I'm going to describe some people die with grudges and then regrets right before they take their last breath of life, realizing, well, maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't have held this grudge because it wasn't even worth it. And that's really why I'm making this video, because I understand where people are. I understand why you are lonely. Because the reason why a lot of people are lonely is because, well, there's a whole bunch of reasons. So I want you to let you interpret that on your own. I want you to think about what we talked about in this video. A lot of people are lonely because they don't believe in themselves, or maybe they went through a breakup. But if you go through a breakup, I understand there's situations, but do not. You just have a girlfriend. Do not hold resentment. Okay, move on, figure it out, fight through the pain, create something better with it. Remember, the lonely chapter. Use the lonely chapter and create something better. Create something better. Okay? I don't want to milk this video. I don't want to milk y'all's attention, your time. So I'm just gonna end it by saying thank you for taking this lesson to heart. I'm 20 years old. I've learned a lot already. And one day we will make it.